Welcome, Gemini, to the channel. This is Conscious Tarot, and we're going to be looking at the next 7 days for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is the next 7 days for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. What guidance does Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising need to hear for the next 7 days? This is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Let's get started. All right, so situation is the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about trusting yourself. It's about knowing where your connection is with your power and your surroundings, your environment, and being powerful in that, and trusting yourself because of that connection. Crossing you is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is when we're starting something new. And so the situation really is about, in this process of starting something new, facing obstacles and trusting yourself and knowing and feeling your connection. All right, let's see if you can see that. So we've got the Eight of Wands, but reversed in the heart of the matter, the heart of the reading. This is Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is in detriment in Sagittarius. Sagittarius really eats up the energy of Mercury quickly and swiftly. And so when this is reversed, we're looking at delays. There's some sort of delay, and that may be part of the challenge of the Page of Pentacles, is dealing with the delay, and in the process of it, if things not happening quickly enough, or even things seeming as though they're happening, not losing your connection, not losing your trust in yourself. All right, so behind you we have the Nine of Wands reverse. So Nine of Wands reverse, in the behind you position, meaning something in the recent past that is affecting this situation, and specifically can really affect the heart of the reading, being the Eight of Wands reversed and the Nine of Wands reversed, playing off each other. And sometimes when the Nine of Wands is reversed, it points to using your strength against yourself. For example, staying in a situation where you really shouldn't stay in, but because you have the strength, you endure it. You endure something you shouldn't. Or another possibility for some of you may be that the Nine of Wands means that, when this is upright, it means that there's some sort of relief after a struggle, some reward after a struggle. And when it's reversed, it's saying that didn't happen. So you didn't get the relief. And now at the heart of the reading, you're having to face this obstacle. It didn't clear up. You're still in the thick of it. You're still in this wounded warrior, and there is no moment of rest for you, but yet you need to continue. And so this is an obstacle. And there is no swiftness. This isn't something that's changing quickly. And so you need to rely on the Queen of Pentacles here to really find your strength to make it through this longer moment. Okay, so Three of Swords above you. This is your mental position and possible outcome. This is Saturn in Libra. This is about a restriction of some sort that has caused you pain or is causing you pain. And it most likely is related to the Nine of Wands here, where there was this battle and you didn't come out victorious yet. Possibly that may or may not happen, but at the point you're in now, you haven't won yet. And there is this delay, and this is causing you some heartache. Mentally, it's causing you mental turmoil. But we need to fall back on the situation card here, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is saying you need to trust yourself in this moment. You need to trust your connection in this moment. So for some of you, that may mean getting outside and actually feeling your connection to nature, or some activity that makes you feel connected. You need to rely on that in this moment. Okay, so Judgment card is before you. So Judgment card reverse means you're really not learning your lesson here. There's something you're not waking up from, and this might be the reason why there's a delay, is because you don't have the right mindset. You may be focused on the restriction instead of the expansion. So let's keep going. Let's see what else, what's coming up here. Okay, so this card, the Lovers in reverse, and this is your mindset and your attitude. And what this is saying in the reverse position is you're having a hard time making a decision. Yeah, you're not making the right decision here, or and that's most likely what's leading to you not learning your lesson. And this mental state, this heartache, may be impacting as well why you're not able to make the right decision, because you're not clear-minded, because you came from this situation where you're the wounded warrior and things aren't changing. You're stuck in this position. You're being tested. All right, let's take a peek at the external environment. Okay, wow, Gemini. Okay, so Five of Swords reversed in the external position. So there is a battle in your external situation, whether it's your partner or a friend or family or coworker. You're in a position where you can't win this battle. You need to make a decision here to walk away. Something in your external environment is impeding your forward movements. There's a conflict here which you need to walk away from in your external environment. Okay, what do we got there? We got the Queen of Cups. Oh yeah, and from the underworld you've got the Ten of Wands. And then in the outcome position, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Cups reversed, and the Ace of Cups reversed. Well, you're definitely at some sort of breaking point here. This is a breaking point for you. And part of the reason you're stuck here might be because you're not making a decision that needs to be made, most likely related to this external environment. And with the Queen of Cups here in your hopes and fears, the Queen of Cups is all about, she's understanding, right? She understands the actions necessary for love. She understands the communication necessary for community, for good relationships. And she sees through the confusion or what you don't want to see to get you to that point, to get you to good communication and using your energy to foster healthy, loving influenced relationships. In your hopes and fears, it's making me think you may be afraid to communicate something here, a vulnerability possibly, because you feel tied up. There's the Eight of Swords in your outcome position, which points to yes, feeling like you're trapped or can't move, but um, it also points to it's Jupiter in Gemini, and it's in the eighth sphere, which is Mercury's house or sphere of influence, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So there's a lot of movement between Gemini and Mercury, and then you throw Jupiter in the mix, which is again about expansion. So there's all this interference or distraction, and there's too much distraction to focus on what needs to be done. And we're pairing that with the Page of Cups, which is reverse, which is pointing to some sort of bad news regarding a relationship, or could be some emotional immaturity. And you have the Ace of Cups reverse, which again is very similar theme, where there is this loss or block in your creativity. So it's making me think that some emotional immaturity is keeping you from communicating or creatively solving this dynamic, which is leaving, you can't move past, you can't wake up to the lesson here. You're not able to make a decision. You're not able to leave something behind because there has been this heartbreak, and you are feeling wounded and trapped, and your creativity is blocked. And so this really comes back to the initial card here, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is really about feeling your connection of strength and being able to trust yourself. And whatever this heartache was that the Three of Swords is indicating, and also with the Nine of Wands reversed, which is indicating that there was and is, you're wounded. And with the Ten of Wands reversed here, saying like you're kind of at your breaking point. You're burned out. You don't know how else to move forward. And there is this delay happening. There is this block here in the energy moving. There is this creative block. There is some fear about being vulnerable and communicating, and when you're not seeing the situation clearly, which is obvious because you're blocked and you can't make this decision, this correct decision. And again, it all points back to the initial card. You got to figure out a way to get back connected. And it looks like a lot of this has to do with getting focused. So let's just clarify what the Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. What do you need here to get past this? What is the Queen of Pentacles? What is your strength? Okay. Yeah, so the Seven of Cups reverse came up. So Seven of Cups normally would say, you're confused, but when this is saying, when it's reversed, it's saying you're getting clear. You need to get clear. You definitely need to get clear. Right now, there's too many distractions from the hurt and from the delay that you're not able to make a decision. You're not able to wake up. You're not able to free yourself. So let's get some clarity on this. Let's see, what helps you get clear? Gemini, what do you need to get clear? What does Gemini need to get clear? One thing looking at the Ten of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups here is like you need to delegate. So opening up to someone you trust here, maybe you're afraid to open up to someone and to communicate some of these feelings and to kind of get like a soundboard going where you can, say it out loud and clear up some of this stagnant energy, this stagnant hurt that's blocking your creativity so that you can see and make a decision. Yeah, so let's clarify actually the Judgment reverse. Let's see what you're not learning here. What's obstructing you? Let's take a peek. Yeah, this relationship is this relationship or dynamic is not reciprocal. There's no reciprocity here. This is not equal. And it's taking your power, whether this is with an Aries possibly, although I really don't like to read the cards that way, but Queen of Wands is Aries. So there could be an inequality with them, but I really think of Aries more as like, Aries is your ability to make a firm decision, or at least the Queen of Wands is to make a firm decision, then act on it, and bringing happiness through that. And right now, you're not doing that. There's some lack of equality here that's preventing you. And you may, for some of you who are really dealing with a relationship, like a romantic relationship, or even, close friend or family, you may actually see that this relationship, the Lovers then, isn't really about a decision as much as it is about acknowledging that this relationship is not working for you. It's not working. And that really kind of plays off on the Five of Swords reversed here then in your exterior or your environment, that, there is kind of this ugly battle where one person, wins and someone is unhappy, and you need to walk away from that when this is reversed. It's saying, it's like it's not a battle you're going to win. There doesn't seem to be reconciliation here. I mean, it's overwhelming for you. You're trapped, you're hurt, you're tired, you're stuck, you feel stuck. You're not waking up to something in this dynamic that you need to, this robbing you of your power to be an equal. And you need to get clear. You need to you need to stop with all the fantasy and, well, it could be this and it could be that, and there's the potential to be this, and it doesn't appear to be that. This isn't happening, and that's what this Seven of Cups reversed is indicating, that you need to stop thinking of what it could be and see it for what it is. All right, Gemini, it's a little bit of a intense reading for you today for the next 7 days, but there is a way out of this. The cards never, they impel us, they don't compel us, right? So even though this may be the dynamic, you can navigate through this. You can work your way through, even if it may feel like you're in a Saw movie and everywhere you go, it's perilous. But the truth is, you have the power here. You have the power to connect and trust yourself. If you connect to that part of yourself that is strong and understands how to navigate your physical reality. All right, I'm going to leave it there. And if you like the channel, go ahead and hit the like button. You want to hear more, hit the subscribe. And this is for the next 7 days. Until next time, peace out.